Chris from My Stamp Lady here, and I'm here to share with you how to make this card. It's with the Work of Art stamp set and the Bravo stamp set, where the sentiment is from, and it's an Emboss Resist. It's super easy, minimal layers, and let's have fun and get started and make this card. Okay, so I'm going to start out with a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and this cardstock is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8 inch. And I'm using the embossing buddy to put down some of the powder so that my powder will not stick where I don't want it. Now I have an image from the Bravo set. It's a photopolymer set, so it's clear, and it may be very difficult to see. I'm inking this up with my Versamark. Okay. And I have a little cushion underneath, and so I'm using the Stampin' Pierce pad to do that. You will not be able to see what I'm actually stamping here because I use the Versamark, which is a clear ink, but I'm just stamping the congrats slightly to the right side of my card. Okay, now I'm going to pull in my clear embossing powder, and I'm going to cover that up, and then we'll heat set that. So if you get, I see that I got a little bit of powder. I know you can't see it, but there was some at the top. Before you heat set, it's very important that you eliminate any powder that you don't want to be melted to the card front. Looks good now. With my embossing tool, I will heat set. Okay, you heat it until it's clear and kind of shiny, and I know it may be difficult to see, but I can see it here in person. Okay, so now I'm taking the brush stroke from the Work of Art stamp set, and I'm going to pull in my Strawberry Slush ink. Make sure, yes. I took my first one, and I kind of figured out where I wanted the first kind of brush stroke to go, so I put it there. And then I will re-ink and kind of go across and kind of making this kind of a rainbow look. Okay, now I need to clean off my ink. Let's pull in the crisp cantaloupe, and I'm going to line that up right underneath my Strawberry Slush. There we go. Clean off my stamp. And my next color is Pistachio Pudding. If you notice, I'm continuing down and starting with my middle image because I find that for me that's easier to line up. Okay. One thing I noticed right now is that I kind of left a little more space between the crisp cantaloupe and the pistachio pudding than I wanted to. So I'm squishing the ink pad up against the top. With an aqua painter, I'm grabbing some of the ink, and I'm just going to kind of touch those together. Just extend my pistachio pudding ink a little bit. There we go. Okay, and then after this dries, we're going to take a piece of toweling, and we're just going to wipe off the congrats to make that pop out a little more. Take any of the ink off of there, and it's going to pop out a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to pull back in my embossing buddy. I'm going to put a little gold heart down in this side corner here. So again with the Versamark. And let's ink that and stamp that. This time we'll pull in the gold powder and ink that and pour some of the powder on there. There we go. And again, we'll heat set this. Taking a Strawberry Slush piece that's just slightly larger than my Whisper White piece, and I am going to mount that so that I have a little mat around it. This piece is 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. This is the gold baker's twine. It's a little bit thicker. It has some of the gold foil wrapped around it. Okay, so let's tie this around. Okay, I've put some of the dimensionals on the back side and removed the tops, and then we're just going to mount that in the center of this Whisper White base. And you can always adjust your ribbon over here on the side a little bit as to where you want that to fall, or your twine. Okay, that's Embossed Resist. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me, Chris at mystamplady.com. You can find these products in my online store at shopwithmystamplady.com. Thanks for watching.